Welcome everybody to the Heroes Era. Thank you for joining us. And I, of course, want to say thanks to the people who have followed us so far. It really means a lot to us. We're trying to grow our community here. And so I want to just welcome everybody for a game of Dungeons and Dragons. We're telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The heroes, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era. And we'll just begin the game with a recap of last session. And does anybody... Of course I have a call corrupting the game. Does anybody want to begin with a brief recap?
Oh, man.
Or just go over maybe what they recall from last session. And I'll get my...
What a...
You go ahead, Chris. Yeah.
Remember,
it's your view on things.
What a session indeed.
We're leaving the city of Dalrin Caillou.
Yeah, we were leaving town and working on trying to get to Dunlop's Tavern, carrying around this chaos orb or chaos stone that was gifted to me, to Vincent, from one of the dwarves that we've been traveling with, who has since perished. But whom Thragnown, that's his name. But whom I promised to...
Thragnown has not perished, just to quick...
Oh, no, he's just wrecked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not dead yet, though. Okay. It's not quite dead.
Hopefully. He was nearby at the end of last set. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right. I was confused with the other one. No. But anyway, so we... he gave me that. We're trying to take it to Dunlop's as per his request. But then we found out that the Orgood, the wizard that we just recently battled, is apparently cousins and is in cahoots with Dunlop. So now there's a question of whether or not we take it to Dunlop and what to do with it. In the course of trying to discuss that, I jokingly suggested that we hit it with a hammer.
Not a joke to most people in the room.
But we also had the like magical hammer that we recovered from Orgood, that we do know is linked to the Chaos Orb in some way, but we're not really sure what that connection is. So we decided to see what would happen is if we took the one thing that we don't know anything about and took the other thing that we don't know much about and just smashed them together as hard as we can. Well,
solid.
The rest of the guys decided to do that. I decided I was going to have no part of it and turned around and walked away. And not to rub it in, but I was right. And Eric hit it with the hammer, and there was a big crash, an explosion, and I saw them just into the orb. So I went and retrieved the orb, put it in my pouch, and started to make my way to Dunlop's. But then got to thinking about Xander and some of the moral lessons that Vincent learned from him, and having already lost one party member, and knowing that, Silverado's still in there. I mean, Eric too, but I just met that guy. Whatever.
Woo!
Okay.
True.
But Silverado's in there, and Eric too.
Fair, totally fair.
So I was like, I thought better of it, and I knew that I had been told that if you look directly into the stone that you'll go in. So I pulled it out of the satchel and took my first look at it and came in behind him.
Right.
I just wanted to mention that. So I had a vision that someone who I believe to be the goddess that I admire and worship was inside this stone battling something else, and I know that this hammer that I have is used for mining and can destroy things, especially rocks. So I was certain that by hitting this rock, I would separate the stone and free Therazessa, but it didn't work so much.
Didn't help that the wild card, was egging you on too. Because I was absolutely curious.
I'm fully confident that I did exactly the right thing, but I didn't do the right thing.
Probably in the long term, I'm sure we'll find out that you did. But until then, I was right.
Fair enough.
Any other details to add, or I recall when
we leveled.
Oh yeah, we did level.
Yes,
level 5.
Level 5.
And when the hammer hit the stone, since I, being the curious person that I was staring at it too, I was able to see, alongside with Eric, a vision of some sorts coming out of the orb of of Miss Hopkins, who made a copy of herself or something in there, battling these demon things, I think. Demon-like things. And I recognized the other wizard from Orgood's place that teleported away within the first fight when we were in the caverns.
Right.
The one that took me.
As he's the other... So now I know that he's the other power in the orb.
Right, Orgood's progeny. Yep.
Yeah, which is a relief since I now know what it is, but I still have to do something about it.
Yes, something will need to be done. So I remember too when you brought the hammer against the Chaos Stone, Deathida and Thragnown were also at hand observing. Deathida was always, enjoyed the sport of that magical hammer. And then Thragnown, of course, has his vested interest in this whole expedition. Of course, this Chaos Stone was initially entrusted to him, and he then entrusted it with Vincent because, as he told Vincent, he had a premonition that he should find somebody who is wiser than him, and he should bestow the stone, upon them, and have them be the custodian of the stone. So...
just point of order. I just wanted to mention. I did not pull out the stone and look at it standing right in the middle of the path. I would have stepped. I don't want it to just fall down onto the ground out in the middle of an open area. So I would have kind of stepped away.
Understood.
As best I could. I know we're in a cavern kind of thing. And whatnot, but
does this mean the stone is just laying in the cavern somewhere?
I think so. That's why I would have stepped away to do it, because it's who knows who's going to pick it up? We don't want to pop out of this thing and be God knows where.
We got the other half of the group somewhere, and let's hope that they figure out what to do with it.
Yes, in the hallway, this is a grand tunnel carved beneath the mountain. There are large boulders intermittently and fireplaces. I pictured you going up kind of along the side, and then behind these large boulder pillar columns, what have you, kind of in that area. So a bit off to the side.
Okay.
So I'm still not certain who might discover it, but what else can you do about it now?
Hey man, you at least have a
someone's
going to
get a surprise when I save the day and get us out of this thing.
There you are. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm fully counting on you doing that.
Okay, cool. No, I mean someone's walking around with a stone. All of a sudden, these three big guys walk out.
Yeah. I found this thing in this tunnel. It's weird.
We'd be like, "Do not go in there."
Plus, who knows what else is going to end up coming out with us? So
I'm ready to kill some demons.
Well, with
right,
that then, Vincent, we'll begin with you. And you find yourself in a dark cave. A familiar voice resounds within your head. It says, "Make this right." And the statement echoes and amplifies until 1,000 screaming voices assail you. There is a light in the distance. As you move towards the light, you are propelled forward by some force of wind, and you have left the rain and storm that you first felt upon entering the stone. Voices now are surrounding you, and as you move towards the light, the screaming voices fade, and with the last echo of the last voice, you hear kill the clerics. And now you're in a lit tunnel. The sound of a rushing river fills the cavern. You recognize these tunnels. This is the dungeon below Orgood's workhouse. You see Silverado ahead. He's pressed against the wall, almost lost within the shadows. And with that, we'll just pause a moment for you, Vincent. And Silverado, you find yourself in the caverns below Orgood's workhouse. Deathida is there, unconscious in a cell. A Minotaur who is between you and Deathida is sharpening its axe.
Oh boy. Well then, it's a nightmare coming true. Am I able to do anything? Am I just sitting here?
Oh, thank you. I apologize. I should make that clear. So, Silverado, you have come through this storm and thunder and lightning happening all around you. And when your sight comes back to you, you are in this familiar cave. And before you is what I described, the Minotaur sharpening its axe, Deathida in the familiar cage. You're free to act. You feel as though you have all control of all your faculties. You could flee and probably make it safely away.
I'm not in a cell. I'm just like peering around the corner into that area.
Yes, you're pressed against the dark cavern wall, lost in the shadows. You sense that you're well hidden from the light and have not been noticed.
Okay. Well then. Well, I'm not running away this time. I can't possibly do that. This is practically a second chance for me. So I'm going to hug the wall and sneak around until I get a little bit closer to the Minotaur, and I'm going to try to... Is he sleeping?
He's not. He's sitting there sharpening his axe at the table.
Okay.
What is your instinct?
Do what I always do. I run around the corner and I clock him in the head.
Okay. Will you please make an intelligence saving throw?
Ah. Not good at those. Let's see. I got a 6.
Will you roll with advantage, please?
Ah. All right. Here we go. Another one. 8.
As you run up to assault the Minotaur, you strike it, and its hide is as solid as a rock. It seems to notice you and turns and stands, raising its axe above its head. You can act again.
Same thing. I'm going to keep trying to hit this man.
Will you make an attack roll, please, for whatever attack you're using? And Vincent, will you make an intelligence saving throw, please?
Sure.
What am I doing to everybody? Let's see. I hit with my fists. I got 17.
Is an 11 for my intelligence save.
Okay. Silverado, in striking this Minotaur, you notice something strange is at hand. It doesn't feel like the flesh of Minotaur that you have slain in the past. And the Minotaur seems to be moving very slowly. Vincent, you are also seeing this unfold before your eyes, and you can also act.
Okay. Can I try to Eldritch Blast the Minotaur?
Yes.
Okay. And I get 2 Eldritch Blasts with my attack now.
Oh, awesome.
Level 5. So first one's a 15 to hit.
Okay. The spell seems to strike true. However, your force damage seems to go through the Minotaur. The spell seems to go through it and not affect it. And you see that it's a hallucination or a mirage or a... what's the word I'm looking for here?
Illusion?
An illusion, exactly.
Silverado. Stop trying to punch it. It's not real.
I hit him and he didn't seem to feel anything.
He's not. It's magic, man. It's a ruse. He's not there. This isn't real.
I hate this type of magic.
And Silverado, you can make an intelligence saving throw.
Let's see if I can do this.
With advantage.
All right, I'm gonna roll 2 then. 16, finally.
Hey.
It's funny because you said you're gonna roll 2, and then your first roll was a 2.
I'm just good at the game, guys.
That's it.
As you feel something kind of tearing at the back of your mind and pulling your focus away, you're able to see that this is what is before you is not the truth. And the cave begins to dissolve, and so do the bars around Deathida, and the Minotaur dissolves as well. Deathida is still there. She lies on the ground now, unmoving. And you are all on a snowy hillside.
I'm going to start heading towards Deathida, and as I do, I want to do a quick detect magic. Just see.
I head over too, yeah.
Okay, I just want to look up some specifics here of... Let's see. Vincent, as you're trying to detect magic, you see behind you the visage of a cave, and you see a shadowy figure kind of illuminated by your spell.
Okay.
And actually, as you do that, you hear within your head, "Some of me is here. I can help you." And it is a familiar voice.
It's trippy.
Okay. I just give kind of like a very subtle little sort of nod towards it, just to acknowledge that I heard it, towards the shadowy figure, without really trying to give it away to Silverado that I'm talking to the walls.
I'm focused on Deathida.
Just a little bit of a nod over there, and then I'm still making my way over to Deathida. Is there? That's the only thing I see though, is that visage.
Yes, it's has kind of a demonic look to it with horns, but it's mostly cast in shadow. And then as your spell fades, so too does it fade from your sight.
Okay.
As you approach Deathida, she is awake, but she seems to be moving very slowly.
Is everybody in stasis?
Deathida, you okay?
Yo, you good?
Deathida does not seem to be able to respond. She is moving so slowly.
I touch her and I try to like pull her up into a standing position.
You're able to help her. It's kind of strange. She's not, she's not ragdoll, but she's not able to assist what you're trying to manipulate her into doing. However, you are able to work her into a standing position, and there she stands, almost motionless because of how slow she is moving.
I look at Vincent like, what do we do?
I'd like to just kind of give Deathida a once over. I want to like kind of look in her eyes, check her out, see if I can find any, try to assess what's happening with her, if I can figure out what's if this is physical, if she's under some sort of a...
Will you make a knowledge arcana check, please?
Sure. I know so little about arcana, you guys. 10.
A 10. You have heard of beings of let's say, different energy levels, different power levels existing on almost different or higher dimensions. And this seems like something like that. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that well enough or not. It's like a powerful demon or demigod would be on a very high plane of existence, or one of the upper dimensions, and then each dimension below that would be less and less powerful. And so it's almost as though a higher dimension would have control over a dimension beneath it. And so at this point, you could assume perhaps Deathida is at a lower energy level, or part of a lower dimension. I'm not sure if there's an effective way to
we
really
are
explain
higher
that,
up
but-
on the energy scale than she is, and we can manipulate her, but she can't do anything to us.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So that concept is kind of something you're familiar with. This seems to be something similar to that.
Yeah.
And now, as you are here with Deathida and kind of trying to figure out what's going on with her, you see Thragnown, and he comes rushing up to you, Vincent. He seems to no longer be burdened by injury. He says, "Vincent, do you have the stone? Is it secret? Is it safe?"
Love it.
I couldn't help it.
How could you not?
Well,
The stone.
Yes, the stone.
Take a look around right now.
I see
what you're
we're
looking at
almost
right
at
now?
Dunlop's Tavern.
No. This is all
Right.
farce. This is all fake.
Thragnown, you know we're never gonna make it there.
Right now,
Come
we
on.
are. What you're seeing around you right now is the stone. We are within it.
Thragnown looks around, having a hard time believing what
Listen,
you're telling him, because it
when
conflicts with what is before his eyes.
When Eric hit the stone with the hammer, you remember that, right?
Thragnown scratches at his beard a moment, and seems to consider, trying to recall.
Okay, let's do this right now.
I do
Walk
not.
me. Start.
I'm
Let's
not with them,
let's
right?
No, Eric, you are not.
let's
Thank you,
work backwards from here. Let's work backwards from here, Thragnown. So, what do you remember? What happened before you got here? What do
Yeah.
you remember?
Thragnown seems to think, I'm having such a hard time. We journeyed in the Underdark, and then here we
It's
are.
good.
I came out of the mouth of a cave, and
It's good.
where are the others?
I'm not sure, but Eric struck the stone with that magical hammer that we discovered, and in doing so, created some sort of a
rift.
of some sort that pulled us into it. You instructed me when you gave me the stone to never look directly at it, right?
Of course.
Right. Do you know why one should not look directly at the stone?
You will be taken into the stone.
Exactly. Do you know
Here
how
we
I found you?
are.
Do you know how I found you in here, Thragnown?
He seems to look about, having a moment of realization. And Vincent, will you please roll for me a persuasion check?
Oh, Thragnown, things are going downhill.
Silverado.
15.
Well, if all this is true, at least we are all together. He looks around.
Exactly.
Then I suspect you do not have the stone. And indeed, Vincent, you do not feel it at your side.
I believe that the stone has us. But I will tell you, I made sure that I was somewhere safe and hidden before I came in. So I'm assuming that the stone probably fell where I was standing and is just sitting on the ground there. I had no other. I couldn't leave you guys in here. I had to come after you.
Aw,
Well,
thank
if
you, Vincent.
We are in the stone. We must find the others.
Yes,
Well,
we gotta
Deathida's
find the others, and
right
we gotta
here.
find a way out.
Deathida, what
Where-
is
where
wrong
is
with her?
Eric?
She is not moving. Deathida, speak!
Did Vincent tell me all that stuff about the magic?
Yes, and I'm going to try to explain that to Thragnown as well as best I can, without having to just like so. Basically, Thragnown, the world exists in layers, and each layer is.
I think I get your drift.
You know what? She's
She's down here. We're up here.
We're not.
She's not on our wavelength.
It's like a social hierarchy type of thing. Like the people up here can affect these people, but these people can't affect them.
We don't know how things work in this stone. I mean, it's a chaos stone, so it's going to be absolutely chaotic. So I don't know how this is going to work. She might snap out of it. One of us might snap into it. Things are. I mean, we've been in here 2 minutes and we've already been deceived. We've already been tricked. We've had our memories erased. We have got to stay on our toes, and we got to figure out what's going on.
And probably find Eric, because I think he might be like the only chance.
You guys, so he's not with you?
And Vincent and Silverado, as you are helping Thragnown come to grips with the situation, the mountainscape around you transforms. As you seem to break the illusion or the spell upon Thragnown, it seems to break his illusion that you all were somewhat a part of. And as the mountainscape changes before you, you see a tall snowy peak, and Mrs. Hawkins is atop the peak. Her arms are stretched towards the stormy sky, but she is not alone. And at this point, we will switch to Eric. And Eric, you're standing beside Mrs. Hawkins. You're atop a snow-covered mountain peak, and her arms are outstretched. Lightning flows from her hands to the sky. Thunder roils overhead. It is raining blood. Before Mrs. Hawkins is a fiend. The fiend is dressed in ornate leather armor. It wields a gnarled staff of petrified wood. And Mrs. Hawkins speaks to you, Eric. She says, "Eric, I cannot do this alone."
How can I help? What can I do? I had a vision of you in here. Who? Therazessa? Are you some sort of avatar? What's going on?
I am Mrs. Hawkins. I have no time to explain the magic that is able to duplicate my entity, but I must impart to you some information. And she seems to be caught up again in whatever ritual she is conducting as the lightning courses through her. And the fiend...
As she's talking, I'm getting my other hammer out of my backpack, my non-magic one.
The
expecting
fiend
a fight
is before you, and after this surge of energy, Mrs. Hawkins looks to you again. You have not met Mrs. Hawkins, but she does know your name. She says, "Some evil power has cursed this vessel." And she says, "You must fight the fiend so I can dispel this curse." And she looks up to the skies that are still raining blood. She lowers her hand and the fiend is blasted back, perhaps 100 feet down the side of the mountain. Thunder erupts overhead, and it sounds like a deep, evil laughter. The sky seems to get a bit closer. The storm intensifies. The blood rain stains the snow red. And Eric, you have seen this happen, and this fiend has been cast down the mountainside. It is a steep slope, snowy, decorated here and there with trees, fallen trees, some freshly fallen from the storm.
Right on. Just before I struck the stone with the hammer, I cast a protection from evil spell on myself. Would that still be active?
Yes.
Cool.
So what benefit will that afford you?
One of the main things that I was thinking of is like mental control and possession.
I think that's what it's like. It helps with saving throws or something.
Right. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creature, aberrations, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, and undead. Grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, they get a saving throw at advantage.
Very nice, very nice.
How long is it going to last? I didn't write that down. I'll find out.
Probably
not too long.
Let me tell you, it lasts for 10 minutes. It's a concentration.
Ooh. 10 minutes is great.
I'm glad you brought that up. So it would be upon you to act at this point, Eric. We are still with you.
So she's told me that I need to fight this fiend.
That is
and
what
he just kind of fell down.
She just the energy
and
of the storm.
Can you insight? Like, I believe she is who she says she is. I believe who she is who she says she is. Right? Like, she's the one I thought was Therizessa when I had that vision of a woman inside. So
I think at times we're interchanging Therizessa and Mrs. Hawkins in relation to the enchantment of the stone. So just to make sure everybody's on the same page, the stone was blessed by Mrs. Hawkins, who's a very powerful cleric of Therizessa.
So I don't think I need to roll insight to believe her. I'm totally on board. I get a sense she knows my name. So I will. I've got my hammer in my right hand, my pick in my left hand, and I'll charge down the hill towards this fiend. Going. Yeah.
Okay, Vincent.
How big is it
up there?
I'm sorry. I'll resolve what Eric said real quickly. This is the fiend as big as a human.
Cool.
Yep. And cool. Vincent, yes, indeed, you and Silverado are at the base of this hill that this fiend is. You've just watched as this fiend has been blasted down, and now you see Eric charging down the hill to, I would assume, meet the fiend in battle.
Absolutely. Sorry, itch.
Hey, Miss Hopkins, how's it going?
And Mrs. Hawkins is maybe let's put her 200 feet away up on the peak of this mountain, and the fiend is between you guys. Eric rushing towards it, and now Vincent, Silverado, Thragnown, and Deathida. Thragnown, as he sees the scene unfolds, rushes forward.
How far away is?
About 100 feet.
About 100 feet. I'll just use my movement and my action just to go 90 feet up as close as I can get.
Okay. Now I think I moved you all to the battle map, the snowy battle map. Will you please drag your tokens? We'll put Eric at the top map, and then Silverado and Vincent will put you at the bottom of the map there, please. And
ooh, there's the guy. Where's the
right there? So he is at this point fallen prone in the snow, and then let's see. I see Silverado on the battle map, and I think you guys should be able to drag your tokens on.
Yeah, from the character portion.
From.
I just whispered a question to you.
Oh, okay. In Discord?
No, in Roll20, but I whispered it to you.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Copy that. I'll check it out here.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see. I do not know how to send you a private message, Vincent. How do you do that on Roll20?
You do /W and then my name.
Whisper. There we are. As you approach Vincent and Silverado, you see this fiendish creature on the ground, and actually, because the two of you recognize it, this is Valthire. And I will reorganize our images as you all rush up. Will you please roll initiative?
It's fight time.
It's the night time. Is the right time?
Oh, I got a 1, making it a 4. Eric got a 1.
Hopefully,
Eric got 1. Shoot.
Get a webcam.
Did I?
I got a 21.
And Vincent got a 21. 2 nat 1s in a row, everybody.
Hey, get him out of the way, man. That's great.
It's fight time.
Fight time. Fight time is the right time to fight.
Yeah, this is about to be crazy.
I'm gonna wreck him. So he has wings, eh? Okay.
He probably can't fly. It's a safe bet.
Okay. Now, forgive me. Just had to realign those images. I'll take note of initiative. And so we'll start everybody from 100 feet away at this point. And Vincent, you can act first.
Okay. And I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive me, but Valthyr was the one that
no problem. Valthyr is the progeny of Orgood.
Right. He's the one that kidnapped me that ended up in here. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's garbage. I don't care about him. All right. I will bonus action cast Hex on him.
Okay.
And then I will Eldritch Blast 2 shots at him.
Okay.
First attack is a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Okay.
Nice.
So that first one is 8 points of force damage and 5 points of necrotic damage from Hex.
Okay.
Second blast is a 24 to hit. God, I'm killing it today.
Solid.
Another 8 points of force damage and 2 more points of necrotic.
Okay.
And I will stay right where I'm at. Actually, I'm going to just move over just a little bit, just kind of duck over behind this tree, just to get some cover.
Valthyr screams out in agony and then says a few words and disappears from sight.
Wait, how far away is he from me?
Did you move towards him? He was 100 feet. You probably should have moved.
I was 100. He was 100 feet.
Yeah.
So you're probably like, what, 70 away? Or if you want your full move.
If I want my, yeah, let me just I'm sorry, real quick.
No worries. I feel like you have something brewing here that might prevent my fiend from escaping.
I started off 100 feet away from him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't. Never mind.
Okay. So he disappears from view, and you all are kind of probably racing towards him, I imagine, because initiative is a way that we break down time. But yeah. So as you rush to confront him, he disappears from view.
Well then.
Don't let your guard down yet. I mean, granted, Valthyr is a coward and likes to run, but
yeah.
It's second time already. Come on.
So I guess we were able to, we can carry on our movement towards where he was.
Sure, if you like. Eric, what happens with you? You were rushing down the hill to confront him.
Yeah.
You see him blasted by the magic of Vincent, and you also see Silverado ahead now. And Silverado, can I just break for a second and ask what happened with Deathida? What do you think?
I'm pretty sure that Thragnon would have stayed by her. I would have told him, like, can you stay by Deathida, or can you carry her along? Because I think up until we got to the point where we are now, either I, Thragnon, one of us would have been carrying her with us, because she can't really do anything.
Right. She wasn't, or Thragnon was intent on rushing towards this threat to Mrs. Hawkins, and he seems to have just ignored your request to take control of Death Edda here. And there she is, leaning against you, unable to move.
Well, I keep her with me, and I move up around where Vincent's at, maybe like 10 feet ahead of him, wherever that would be.
You're going to have to carry her, my friend. I'm sorry. Will you please make an athletics check?
All right, I'll do so. 14.
Very good. And so I apologize, Eric, right back to you as you're kind of rushing down the mountain here to confront this fiend, and it disappears.
What are you doing, holy man?
Oh, me? Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. He's putting together some thorough plan here.
I mean...
What are you thinking?
Part of me wants to go to where he was. The other part of me wants me to go back and see Mrs. Hawkins. I'm going to carry on to hook up with Silverado and Vincent.
Okay.
So I'll, how far can I can get 30 feet, I guess. I mean, how far can I get? I can get to about there. So I'll move there. Yeah.
Okay. And Vincent?
I'm going to cautiously start to make my way towards towards where Valthire was.
Okay.
Like I said, very cautiously, and the whole time just like head on a swivel, watching and waiting for him to pop out. And I'm going to hold an Eldritch Blast in case I see him.
Okay.
I meant to ask before I finished up. Could I have done like a perception, see if I can hear like wings fluttering, or if I see footprints in the snow, anything like that?
Please make an investigation check.
I rolled a 19. I rolled a nat 20, but I have a -1, so 19 investigation.
Okay. Well, you hear the ground rumble slightly beneath your feet, and then you notice the footprints of this fiend trekking away up the hill. But suddenly, from below you, huge mandibles reach through the snow and grasp at you. And give me one moment here.
All right.
And this is a large, monstrous-looking creature with large claws and huge tusks and
Sorry, I was muted.
fangs.
Will that trigger my held action?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take those shots at this mandible that popped out.
Okay. Let's see it. And then we'll resolve my attack after we resolve yours there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah. Okay. First one is a 23 to hit.
Hits.
13 points of force damage. Number 2 is a natural 20.
Explode him.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So 11 points of force damage.
Okay.
I did more damage on the non-crit.
That's it. That's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Solid. Okay.
Well done. That's good.
And so will an 18 hit you, Eric?
It will. Yes, it will. AC 17.
He has disadvantage because of if it's a.
This isn't the demon though. If it's not the Balthai, or if it's not a demon, I should say.
This is considered a monstrosity.
Yeah, it's not like a demon or an aberration, or what were the other things it said?
I don't know. Well, let's check.
Fey, fiend, undead, celestial, elemental, aberration.
Very good.
All right.
So you will take 13
So
damage
like
initially, and you feel
13.
fangs just injecting poison into you, and you'll take an additional Let's see how the dice roll here. 4 poison damage.
4.
And you see nearby another one of these creatures kind of unburrowing here. And I will pull up an image quickly.
I rolled a 19 to maintain concentration on my protection from evil. That should be good.
Oh, very nice. Okay, thank you.
A thumbs up from me.
No problem.
And I apologize, I do not have
that hurt.
asset ready for this. Let's see. Yeah, so there are 2 of these creatures unburrowing from the snow here, and the rain, it's still raining blood around you.
Lovely.
Oh, it's raining blood?
It is raining blood. I'm sorry,
Oh.
I maybe haven't paid enough attention to that. But the storm from overhead, each time lightning sounds, you hear the sound of a deep, throaty laughter, and it continues to rain blood. And so next will be Silverado.
Wow. So let's see. Our good boy Eric is being poisoned by one of these things. And another one has popped out of the ground. Huh. Well, I gently set Deathida down, so I'm no longer carrying her.
Okay.
And let's see. I run up to the back of this one.
Which one?
Of this one right there.
The one
That's right.
The one closest to you.
Yes.
Lower on
And
the hill? Okay.
And I am going to kind of like grab one of its legs and just aim for a joint and start punching it. Try to do what I can.
Savage.
I got a 10. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 will not hit.
Okay, I hit it again.
Nice.
11. Does an 11 hit?
This hard exoskeleton just hurts your fist as you're punching.
One more time. 13.
I'm sorry, but still no.
All right, that's all I got. And that's all I'm going to do.
Okay, Eric, you're up next.
Boom.
And this beast below you here, I apologize. I need you to, or no, you are grappled, so you can break free
Athletics?
from this grapple with a DC 13. Athletics or acrobatics check.
Athletics. Let's go for it. And I can't attack it while I'm grappled, I assume.
I think you can. I think you're at, I don't know. Does anybody know the rules on that? Forgive me.
You can attack when you're grappled as long as you're not restrained.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually looking up those
But
rules.
that'll be your action. So you won't be able to attempt to escape the grapple if you choose to attack this round.
Yeah.
And then I run the risk of whatever effect it has once you have something. It has something grappled.
That's the trade-off.
And if I were to resist the grapple, is that my action to resist it?
It will be your action to try to break free from the grapple. Yes, it's not your move, so it would be your action, yeah.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and break free from the grapple. I'll make an athletics check, DC 13, and it'll be awesome. I rolled 18. 18 on the athletics, so He-Man's is way out of it.
Awesome. Just break free from these huge claws and mandibles.
As I break free and land on the ground, can I use my bonus action to attack with my backhand with my war pick and just try and, I don't know, take it right up in the chin or something? It's a bit taller than us, is it?
Oh, yes, forgive me. I'll make them larger on the map. These are actually large size. Thank you. I often overlook that.
Cool.
Yeah, they're huge.
I like the thing I like about large stuff is you get a better angle at their head.
Ah, there you go.
So I'll yell up him and tell him he didn't even ring the bell, and then go at him with his head with my war pick.
And this one's considered prone because he's kind of still half in the earth here.
Oh, okay. Is that advantage?
His AC will change as well, actually.
Oh,
this
okay.
guy, so yeah. So I guess that's a double whammy. Double whammy.
OAC advantage.
That's a 26 to hit.
Okay, that is gonna hit for sure.
Boom. So I go up uppercut on get to dig in my war pick. Does 5 piercing damage, but I'm gonna try and as my pick digs in, I'm gonna try and yank it onto the ground and see if I can trip it.
Okay.
So I'll use an extra 5 maneuver damage, and it needs to make a DC 14 now. Is that right? Is that right? DC.
Is that my strength check or athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah, our proficiency bonuses went up. So
yeah.
Nice. Let's see. Oh, a 9
Love
is
level
gonna cut
5.
it.
Pulls it to the ground.
Yeah, you just kind of drag him out of the earth and upend him, flipping him on his back here. He's all out of sorts, or it is all out of sorts, this creature. And then, Eric, will that be the end of your turn?
That's all I can do right now.
Okay. Vincent, you're up. And then this creature that Eric has just pulled out of the earth looks badly injured.
Okay, but that one is prone, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, is the other one? Is this one?
That one is come fully out of the earth, and it's standing next to Silverado, ready to fight.
So, just for record, Vincent? Did he hit the one that I'm grappled with, or he hit the other one?
He hit the one that came up out of the earth and attacked you. That's what triggered Vincent's reaction. So that one is badly damaged if you just kind of yanked it out of the earth as it attacks you.
Okay.
Right on.
I'm going to. Yeah, it looks like I could probably get a clear shot. I'm going to try to. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to Eldritch Blast the one that's next to Eric there, even though I do have to do that with disadvantage if he's prone. It's a ranged attack. But
okay.
I'll give it a whirl. 9.
Good try.
Okay. So when I missed that one, I'm just like, no. And I turn and fire my second one at the other guy.
Right on. Smart idea. I see what you're doing. That was smart. I like it. Yeah. Split it up. Boom.
21 to hit.
That's a solid hit.
11 points of force damage.
Okay. The creature shrieks in agony, spraying blood and acid into the air. And this, as it's just screaming and spraying acid, it directs this acid in a line at you, Vincent. And please make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 21.
Okay. You're able to just like sidestep this spraying of acid, and it does not hurt you.
Okay. And I also gain 9 temporary hit points for taking that guy down.
Okay.
Nice.
This one that has been pulled out of the ground flips over to right itself, and then it's going to bite at you, Eric.
All right. My AC is 17.
Okay. 22.
Oh, that'll do.
Okay. Get the damage dice. That's what I like to do. Roll a little damage. Let's see. Or hopefully a lot.
I like when you roll little damage. I like that.
Well, that's better. What I said first.
Very
that's
good.
What happened.
Very good.
Darn it, 6 damage.
That's better.
And as this large monstrosity bites into you, again, its fangs and talons stick into your skin, and the poison begins to seize you. Take 1 poison damage.
1.
And you are grappled again by this thing as it's just hugging you, essentially, or smothering you with its long mandibles.
I get the sense it's on death's door.
That's a fair assessment. And next is Silverado.
So that one's very hurt, and the one I'm right next to is dead.
The one that Eric has pulled out of the ground is near death, and then the one that is attacking you is has just been hit once, I believe. So it seems fresh, ready to fight.
All right. I just try hitting it in the head as much as I can, seeing as how the leg didn't work.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I thought that one was dead. No?
No.
Okay.
Nah, I just shot acid at you.
Okay, well, then I didn't get those hit points. Never mind.
21 to hit?
21 hits.
All right.
I'm sorry if there was some confusion. I think the one that Eric's in combat with took most of the damage, and then this other one's been hit once.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Okay. This one took 9 damage. And solid then hit. I'm going to punch it again in the same spot with a natural 20.
Hiya!
For 10 damage.
10 more, yeah.
And then once again, I'm going to go for whatever looks like an eye, and I'm going to try to punch it there with a 22.
Boom.
You got mad strikes here. How are you able to punch so many times, Silverado?
When you get at level 5 as a monk, you get 2 attack actions, and you also have your bonus. I haven't been using Flurry of Blows this entire time.
Savage. Well, a 22 is going to hit for sure.
2 attacks.
You got 7 damage on him.
The creature seems near death in a similar fashion to the other, but these are crazed by some kind of evil presence, and they are relentless in their fight. And Silverado, if that's the end of your turn, it brings us to Eric.
All right. I call out to the mother, and I'm not going to bother resisting this thing. I'm just going to hack and slash it and take it out right now. So I don't, how is it grappling me? It's got me like with its mandibles.
Yeah, big old mandibles and trying to bite down on you as well. The big gaping maw.
Oh, so I've got a really good angle at its head now, at least. Okay.
There you go.
So I'm going in right-handed with my warhammer right on its head. Oh shoot! I don't know why I rolled with advantage, but the first hit is an 8 to hit.
It is prone. Oh wait,
it is prone.
He righted himself. I apologize.
Yeah, I think he got up. Yeah,
he did.
I'm sorry.
Oh man,
shame.
I wanted that crit too. No. Okay.
The first hit was an 8, so I missed. My bonus attack, I will swing in again with my pick for 23.
23 hits, solid.
Come on, let's roll max damage. Close. 11 piercing damage.
Nice. A solid hit slays this beast.
Oh, nice. As it kind of falls to the ground and I am able to get myself out, I'll just turn and face Silverado.
Go for the fiend.
Okay, and then that brings us to Vincent.
What shall I do? What shall I do? Oh, I know. Eldritch Blast.
Not a cantrip?
That's a 20 to hit.
Hits. 20 will hit.
12 points of force damage. Is it's still standing?
This force just blows apart the mandibles of this creature is slain.
Okay. Now I get 9 hit points.
Nice.
And the reprieve is momentary, but you can act as though there's a short rest that transpires here. And the blood rain continues. Up ahead on the hillside, you see Mrs. Hawkins still battling the storm. But then you see Valthire emerging, becoming visible again, almost at Mrs. Hawkins, and he moves in to assail her.
Is he within 120 feet of me?
Yes.
Eldritch Blast. If I can.
You haven't used your other one.
Okay.
Did you say we got a short rest?
It will be the equivalent of a short rest transpiring. Yes.
16 hit.
Okay.
Oh, I'll just chill.
Let's
hang out.
16 will not hit. And so the storm intensifies, and so too does the blood rain. Up the hillside, you see the fiendish creature assailing Mrs. Hawkins.
Near the end of the short rest, I just I go up to Eric and I give him like a pat on his chest, and I give him Long Strider. which means that he's got 10 plus movement. So now you're as fast as I am. Welcome to the Speed Club.
Like it. Can I roll some hit dice if that we getting a short rest? Because I got
please do.
Beat pretty good.
Yeah, do whatever you guys need for your short rest here.
I use nothing, so I'm good.
And as the rain continues, you see strange forms start to emerge from the snow, dotting the hillside, going up the way towards Mrs. Hawkins.
During the short rest, I like to take out one of the empty bottles that I have and collect some rain in it, then cork it shut and toss it to Vincent.
Thank you.
There you go. Do what you need. Hey, look, man, it's not my blood. I don't care.
All right, so you said we were seeing something coming out of the mountainside?
Yes, forms start to emerge. Basic humanoid forms that look demonic and deranged. You see manes and dretches as they emerge from the snow. And so in your way are these 6 demonic figures. And beyond them, you see Valthyr assailing Mrs. Hawkins. And we'll stay in initiative. And I think it will be Silverado's turn to act.
Are we just going for these guys in our path? Or are we trying to stop the fiend?
What are those things? Holy crap. I'm going to go for trying to...
Because I could probably get to the fiend. I run towards the you said there were 6 guys in our path?
Yes, you're looking at 3 Dretch and 3 Main. If you're familiar with those.
I am not. I have no clue what they are.
Can you see the stream right now? I have their images pulled up on our
yeah,
screen.
they look awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I will head up to use my full movement to get as far as I can up the hill.
Okay.
And how far away are we from Miss Hopkins?
If you're going to try to get past these demons that have essentially just appeared, then you'll need to use some kind of skill check to get past them if you're planning on going towards Mrs. Hawkins here.
And how far is it?
Mrs. Hawkins is about 100 feet away, so yeah, I feel like you can make it there in a move, but these creatures are just appearing all over the hillside here.
I get to 45 feet where I am, and I take out my short bow, and I start assailing the fiend with arrows.
Okay. How much closer do you move? I apologize.
45 feet up.
Okay, so about halfway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So I'll just shoot at him with what I got. A 14. Oh, that's a short sword, but it's the same stats, pretty much.
That'll miss.
Okay, and I'll just take another shot. Worse. I missed both arrows.
Okay, both arrows just fly past Valthyr up here.
That's all I got.
Up the hill, they don't reach their target. They just stick in the hillside, and still Mrs. Hawkins struggles ahead. Eric, you're up.
You got that plus 10 movement.
And so as far as the obstacles that you guys are looking at, these demonic figures are appearing out of the snow before you as the rain kind of gathers in puddles, so they emerge from there. So if you hang back and try to battle from there, then these demons are going to be able to attack you. And then if you would try to just, get through them to assist Mrs. Hawkins, then that'll take some kind of skill check, and you'll, be able to get some kind of reprieve from their attack.
I'm going to when I get my opportunity, I'm going to use I've got this fancy footwork evasive maneuver that I learned in my warrior training that I'm going to enact and try and just press right through them.
Nice.
So I'll get I can roll basically one maneuver dice and add it to my AC for that round.
Oh, great. And keep in mind too, Silverado's just granted you
plus 10 movement.
A bonus to movement too.
Right on. And then also, if I'm not sure if they're demons or fiends, but they'll attack me at disadvantage.
Nah, because it was the short, or unless an hour.
Short rest.
Well, yeah, I mean,
short rest.
You didn't say if it was
right.
like an hour or not of us just sitting there, or if it was just like the benefits of a short rest.
It was just the benefits of the short rest, but we'll say for the purposes of that spell, it's expired.
That's fair. I'll use the basic footwork and try and get through them, and then they can attack me with hopefully my AC will be out of reach.
Okay. So we're going to take some attacks of opportunity as you dart straight towards Mrs. Hawkins, trying to assist her.
Yes.
And what's your maximum movement right now?
I'll roll. 40, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure how far are they from us, these things?
They're decorating the hillside all the way up to Mrs. Hawkins.
They're halfway in between us and Mrs. Hawkins?
They're kind of appearing everywhere, so it would be hard to avoid them specifically. They're just kind of randomly appearing, but there is this group of 6 that is kind of directly near you guys, focused on you.
You know what you can do, and what you should do is you should take a disengage action, which everyone forgets exists.
How about a 13? Will that hit your AC?
No.
A 4?
Doesn't matter anyway.
Sorry, I'll roll. I should roll my maneuver.
How about a 14?
So my AC is going to become 19 for the until the end of my turn instead of 17.
Well, you just barrel through these demons who are emerging from the blood-stained snow, paying no heed to their attacks, and their claws just bounce off of your armor ineffectively.
Just call me the fridge.
There you go. And then actually this will take us to Vincent, but Vincent, you hear a voice in your head. It says, "Now is the time, Vincent. Use the blade I have given you. Slay Silverado. Join Valthyr in killing the clerics. It is the most pure thing to act alone, Vincent, on your impulse. Remove this impediment, this weak, drunken fool."
That wasn't very nice.
No, it wasn't.
It's
not very Dunesmere of you.
No offense. Just kidding.
Okay.
Those were fighting words.
They were.
They are.
Well,
if he's gonna cut me down with a sword, he has to get to me first.
I'm a lot more agile than you think I am, but
Them's are ominous words.
He's 5th level too.
How far away is Valthyr from me?
Valthyr is up the hill at Mrs. Hawkins. He is assailing her at this moment.
So
100 feet up the hill, and then Silverado is 45 feet up the hill, and Eric has rushed 80 feet up the hill.
Okay, so I can. Okay. I'm going to. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, he's typing a whisper, ain't he?
Uh-oh, we got sneakiness happening.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Okay.
Hey man, the guy's got an inner battle going on. You got to get him some slack.
I'm going to start walking towards Silverado.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
And I'm going to kind of put my hand on my blade as I'm walking up, and I'm going to stop and I'm going to look down because we're on like a mountainside. And I see a little pile of bat guano on the ground next to me.
Oh no.
And I'm going to realize something. And I'm going to reach into my thumb into my component pouch. And I'm going to take a smear of sulfur. I'm going to reach down to the ground. I'm going to take a smear of the guano onto my middle finger. And I'm going to look at Silverado. And I'm going to say, no, I think he's still of use. And I'm going to point up towards Valthire and snap the two fingers together and cast Fireball.
Yes.
My boy!
Right.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay.
Do I need to make a save of some kind?
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Spell for us. Dex saving.
Dexterity saving throw. Yep.
Bugman.
DC 15 for half damage.
Okay.
Which honestly, Valthire is probably resistant to it anyway, but you know, it's what I got.
So I'll take half damage. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
I rolled 24, so 12 damage.
Okay.
I'm guessing I didn't hear Vincent say I'm still of use out of nowhere.
No, I wasn't like right next to you at that point. I was starting to walk towards you.
That would have been weird. Like he's still of use. Like, who?
And as this fireball erupts, so too does the conflagration consume Mrs. Hawkins, and she cries out in pain, and the stormy sky laughs at you, and it comes a little bit closer, and the blood rain intensifies.
Oh, I forgot. That's a really big.
It's a big radius. Yes.
Big fireball. I guess I should have shifted it. Oh well, too late now.
Valthire turns, and he locks eyes with you, Vincent.
Look, he helped.
And then, Vincent, as he is staring at you, you see his movement, or you see his eyes move and look just past you. And behind you, you see a large shadowy figure, the size of a tall human. Let me pull up this image here for our audience. See if I can do that.
This is a fun fight, guys.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Running, killing, betraying, kinda betraying.
Okay. Sorry, I'm doing something new with the images on the stream here. When we're in battle, I'm like trying to kind of fashion it after Final Fantasy. So we just have the heroes aligned on the right and the monsters aligned on the left. And then we have our battle map to look at, but the battle map doesn't translate very well visually, to the stream. So probably try to do things this way.
I like it. I think it looks good.
Cool. So Vincent, you see this demonic figure looming behind you then. And as you shoot your fireball, Silverado, you also see this figure as it comes upon you from behind.
Oh.
And suddenly you're overtaken by shadows and a chill. And give me a moment to roll my attack here.
This is not Silverado?
This is a large shadowy figure that has appeared behind Vincent as Valthire turns around, and then this shadowy figure approaches Silverado and strikes at him with claws. I don't suspect an 8 will hit.
You're gonna take more than some shadow claws to hurt me. Bring on the possession magic.
Don't give him any ideas.
I got that Fey blood in me. You can try.
And Eric, Valthire turns to face you. The fiend, the winged fiend holding the gnarled staff. And he directs his staff at you. Fire begins to swirl around the staff and is cast out in your direction. And we'll see if a 20 will hit your AC.
20 will hit my AC.
And fire explodes around you. And you'll take 9 damage.
Not bad.
And
all right,
again, the same attack comes from his staff as it quickly fires again at you. A 14, yes. I suspect, misses.
Does miss.
Okay. Silverado, you're up. You have seen what has just transpired, and this shadowy object now looms over you. You feel its demonic presence.
I turn around and look at it. Now, I don't know about you, Mr. Shadow. I haven't punched any ghosts yet. But I'm willing to let you be my first. And I take my magical glove and I try to hit it in whatever I consider its stomach. With an unarmed strike of a 26.
Hits.
A 7 bludgeoning damage.
Very nice. You feel strangely, because you can kind of see through its torso, you can see the snow behind it, but your fist almost lights up and you feel the energy from your magical glove as you strike this creature.
And I'm going to use a key point to make that a stunning strike. It begins. So what you have to do, you must do a Constitution save. And somewhere I have a DC for it.
All right. Make a roll.
Wherever
here.
That may be.
I got a 9. I probably failed that.
You probably you do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I hope.
What's your wisdom bonus?
Oh, it's hold on a moment. I have this somewhere. I swear.
No worries. And again, as you guys are engaged in combat here, the pools of blood begin to form into these demonic figures, these low-level minion demons.
It's 3.
Okay, so 14 would be your AC.
Okay.
Because it's wisdom based.
Right on.
So it's 8 plus proficiency plus whatever stat.
Oh, so 15 then. 8 plus 3 is 11, then plus another 3 is 14. I can't do math. Don't worry about it.
You know, math's overrated.
It's okay. It's just the basis of this entire game.
Get us within a few numbers. We're good.
Yeah, that's all right. So I'm going to use... I'm just going to keep hitting it with advantage now. A 25?
25 will hit.
For 7 damage.
Nice.
Then another strike. A natural 20.
Oh, this demonic creature just shrieks as you're laying into it. It seems taken aback that you can deal such damage to it.
Another, what is that? 12? Another 12 damage to it. And I'm going to use... I'm going to use Flurry of Blows for one more attack. For 25.
Wow.
Which is another 9 damage.
9.
And then...
9?
Yeah. 9.
9?
I get that.
Okay.
I get that.
You just did 35 to it?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if you did Flurry of Blows, you still have another attack because that was only 3.
Oh,
You get 2 with your attack action.
I did my first
Level
attack
5
action,
Second attack, bonus attack.
and then Flurry of Blows was there's another attack.
Yeah, so you would get 4 altogether.
Yeah, that was my 4 attacks.
I think there were only 3 in there, my friend.
There's only 3. You only did 3.
Oh,
No,
cool.
the first one there, guys. The 26, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
7
the
damage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
the
sorry.
dice
Done.
roller here gets confusing sometimes. Okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Fair play.
So there we go.
Because the other ones were at advantage, so it was like broken up. I didn't see that. Okay.
But
Anyway.
you did just do 35 damage to that thing.
Yeah,
whatever
no,
it
it was
is.
still.
Yeah. Solid.
I can't do that.
I ain't scared of no ghosts.
Okay then, Silverado.
And I could run all the way up to where Eric is, but this guy's stunned, so I'm gonna stay here.
I want to say something about that too before you make that decision, because I'm not sure if I've illustrated well enough that these demons are kind of spawning all over you. So if you stay immobile, you're going to be overcome. So you'll want to probably at least move from where you're standing directly. Otherwise, you're going to be overcome by this kind of swarm of demons.
I got 55 movement, so anywhere that I can still attack this guy.
Okay. Yeah,
I
I
will
mean,
do
if you
so.
just move, a bit out of the way, like even as much as 20 feet away, I'm looking for essentially like a skill associated with it, like athletics or acrobatics. As you
That's
try
a
to
free
avoid them.
disengage I got with that flurry of blows.
Oh, okay.
So none of them could hit me.
That'll do the trick. You're just dodging in and out of these low-level monsters that are gnashing at you and failing. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so then that was Silverado. Then we have Eric.
How far am I now from Valfire?
Valthar is 20 feet away from you. And he is just in front of Mrs. Hawkins. He has already been able to assail her.
So as I'm running, I'm gonna kind of put my weapons away, and then getting close, and I'm gonna try and grapple him.
Oh, okay. Let's see it.
Take his movement speed.
21 grapple. So I guess it's like is it opposed strength?
Yeah, I'm
It's
going to
a-
oppose this with an acrobatics check here as he tries to, get out of your grasp, wriggling. 13 won't do
No.
Boom.
it. Okay.
So I got
yeah, Eric grasps
grappled.
him.
Grappled. That's I'm just gonna try and hold him down. Hold him.
Very good. And
That's. How does your attack stuff work? Do you attack and then get a bonus attack because of it?
Right now I'm just grappling him. I can probably try and bash him next round. But at least now he can't attack Mrs. Hawkins, and he can't attack you guys, and he can't attack me until he gets out of this grapple.
So at this level, would you usually have 2 attacks? Or
No, not yet.
from your fighter? Okay.
Okay.
Not yet.
Never mind.
Next
Gotcha,
level.
gotcha. I think
Sorry.
that's where we were headed with that. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what,
I'm
that's what I was
sorry, yeah.
wondering.
No.
Because he's
That one level of
class,
cleric.
so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one more level. It's all good.
Thragnown rushes up the hill beside you, Eric, and says, "Well met, brother." And he raises a great axe and attempts to bring it down upon this fiend that you have grappled.
Nice.
Okay, that's not going to do it.
Darn.
I'm going to give him a little bit bigger of an advantage next time, but it still wouldn't have done it there. I think he should be at like a +5 probably for his ability level.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Thragnown has rushed up, trying to come to your aid, Eric, as you are confronting the fiend that is assailing Mrs. Hawkins. And then down further on the hillside, Vincent is casting magic against the top of the mountain there, and Silverado is dancing about the low-level demons, trying to engage with this what seems to be a shadow demon of sorts. And Vincent, you're up.
So Silverado, after unloading on the shadow guy, you turned and he turned and headed back up, like towards Miss Hawkins, right?
I'm dancing around so I just don't get hit. I'm not necessarily.
So you're still right there with him then?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep fighting this guy until it gets bad.
I'm gonna start running up the. Well, no. I'm going to just sort of sidestep a little bit just to keep myself from being overwhelmed by everything. And then I'm going to spend my turn just sort of focusing on communing with that voice with my patron. And basically I just wanted to say, see, he's still really useful. And honestly, the naivety I can use to my advantage. Let him be, please.
Will you roll a persuasion check, please?
Yes. $20. Not a nat, but a dirty 20.
I am safe.
The shadow figure that is assailing Silverado slowly dissipates.
I did it! Woo!
And then I'm as soon as I see it start to fade, I'm going to take the rest of my movement to start heading up the hill. At the same time, be like, Silverado, that was amazing. You took that dude out.
I did, yeah. Woo! I punched out a ghost.
Vincent, you hear a voice in your head say, "This had better work." And
I haven't let you down yet, have I?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I haven't let you down yet, have I?
And you feel this demonic presence shift away slightly, less overbearing for the moment. And at the top of the hill, Valthire and Eric are doing battle, and Thragnown is there as well. And Eric, you hear an alluring voice within your head. It says, "Just lay down. Just take it easy. And will you please make a wisdom saving throw?"
I will try. 17.
Oh.
Okay, you feel as though this fiend is trying to enter your mind, but it is unable to do so.
Yeah. Get out of my head.
And it is still wrestled by you. Okay, Silverado, you're up.
Seeing as how I successfully punched out a ghost, I will... let me look at my stuff. So I'm about halfway from where they're all at, right?
Yes.
I will then, in that case, I will use all my movement to go up, and while doing so, take a disengage action, which anyone can do. It's just I can do it as a bonus and all that fun stuff.
Nice.
As I just move up to where they're at.
Okay. You're able to get within striking range of this fiend if you wish. The fiend that Eric has wrestled to the ground. Or wrestled.
Well, if I still have an attack left, I'll do it.
You do.
All right, cool. I'll do my cool guy stuff. As he's being held on by Eric. How are you holding him? How are you holding him down?
At this point, I feel like I've literally got on my arm, I'm almost behind him, and I'm holding, wrapping around his arms or trying to pin his arms in some way.
That's what I was hoping
picturing
for.
Classic tag team wrestling.
Yes, that's exactly what I was hoping for.
Perfect.
Circa 1980s Killer Bees.
Full Nelson kind of deal.
That's right.
I go in for the boxer strike with a right hook to his head.
Okay.
A 9 probably doesn't work.
A 9 will miss.
All right, and then just a bonus action just to try and hit him again. 13?
Let's see here. So you don't have advantage against him, right? Just because he's grappled?
No, he just can't move.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just double.
And he has to use an action to try and get out.
A 13 will not hit.
All right. That's all I do, and I just kind of like do a little boxer jog right in front of him.
This fiend has solid abs that you're laying into, and he just
Dude,
watches
nice abs.
you. This is what I do for training. No, he doesn't speak, actually. Forgive me.
Dang.
And Eric, you're up.
So I can't really attack him while I'm grappling him, eh?
You can
kind of like smash him into the ground, or trying to think, or I can just keep.
You should be able to attack him if you already have him grappled.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, you can attack while he's grappled.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be an unarmed attack, right? Let's do it.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't state that in the rules, but if you want,
you could use your weapon.
You can use it for weapons.
Oh, let's smash his face then. All right.
Well,
I've got him grappled.
If you've won a grappling contest with somebody, then they're in some fashion prone to you. I don't think it necessarily means that you have to still be, subduing them by holding the grapple on them. I think they'll have to have the burden of escaping. But I don't know. Okay. I'm sure somebody has ruled on that, and I'll just educate myself later.
Okay, so I can make one attack on again to maintain my grapple with him.
Sure.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't think any of us know different, so I'm good with it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna smash his face with my. Now they've got a good. So would this be an advantage?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm still gonna smash him.
Question though.
Oh, almost, but I didn't actually. That was an unsuccessful head smash, but I've still got him grappled.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're probably just butchering the grapple rules. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure I am. I'm sure I am.
No, the rules state that.
Bodhi's confident. I'm with him.
He's grappled, and you can attack him with whatever you want. It's just that he just can't move.
Yeah.
Until he breaks free.
I think the only thing grapple does is it makes their movement 0. That's the only.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Thragnown raises his great axe. He is by your side, and he attempts to attack this Cambion or fiend. Should I not say?
Hang up on him.
15 is not going to do it. Thragnown's axe misses and strikes the snow next to where you wrestle. And Vincent, you're up.
Okay.
At this point, I believe you're further down the mountain, and these demonic forms are beginning to swarm you.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to do that. I do, because that's what Vincent would do. I'm going to get real frustrated with all these things in my way, and I'm going to use my action for my necrotic shroud. So I'm going to break out the spooky wings and the black eyes and all that.
Nice.
Any of those creatures that are around me have to succeed on a charisma saving throw, or they will become frightened of me. And I'm going to use my full movement to try to get up to the to catch up with everybody else.
The arena.
What?
So
I'm sorry. What DC do I need to beat for that?
The
highest
DC
level
is
a 15.
I think a 15.
It's close.
What is my? Hang on.
If it's the same thing as my
15 is my
saving.
DC. 15 is my DC. So the 15 succeeds.
Everything else doesn't.
Well, the bulk of these minions scatter out of your way, but one is hiding behind a tree here, and scratches you at you with its claws just before skittering away slowly. Yes, so you'll take 3 damage.
I'll Eldritch Blast it on its way out. Oh wait, no, I can't because that was my action to the necrotic shroud. So never mind. I'll just run.
Appreciate the sentiment.
Very spooky.
Yeah. Okay. And that will be my turn. Now, has it been an hour since I cast Hex on Valkyrie?
Yes.
How long was our rest?
No, it has not.
Okay, good. So he is still hexed by me then.
Okay.
I never. Well, I guess I'd have to roll a concentration check off of that. 3 points of damage. Which. Okay, no, he's not hexed.
Okay.
Damn, stupid thing.
It served its purpose.
Vincent, within your head you hear the same voice speaking to you. And it says, "You will prove yourself, or this will be the last time." And Valthire struggles against Eric in addition to that. And he will actually... let's see here. He takes the staff that he carries and whisks it around quickly. A blade comes out of the bottom of it, and he attempts to attack you with it, Eric, swinging wildly.
Mm-hmm. Come on, miss.
He does not hit you with his spear.
As I duck under his spear, I'm gonna repost and get attack on him. One of my combat maneuvers.
We're all ganging up on this dude.
25?
25 hits.
Is that the first hit on this dude?
No.
Oh.
No, him and Eric.
I just haven't been hitting him, guys.
And as you repost and
That's 8
strike
points.
him, he again wields his spear against you.
Sorry.
And I'm sorry? Oh, and he attacks you again. I have an 8. I don't think an 8 will break your AC.
No. I don't think I can do it. I think I can only do it once a turn. It's a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise I would.
So he is restrained by you, trying to fight you with this spear, and he just can't seem to get off a good strike against you. Silverado, you're up.
Little boxer man here. Gonna go for the head as usual. See if I can get a hit on him. That's a nat 20
That'll hit.
for 13 damage. I'm gonna stunning strike him. So Constitution save. He has to be at 14, which he'll probably do, but we have to try.
Man. Make them make the rolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I tell the kids at baseball, make them make a play.
Woo!
A 5, so he does not make the save.
Stunned.
I like to imagine I do an uppercut on him, classic boxer style.
His heels click together as you knock him for a loop there.
And then, as the Tweedlebirds are going around while he's dazed, I'm just gonna lay into his chest area. A 20
Hits.
for 5 damage. A 22
Hits.
for 5 damage again. Those are both nat 1s, by the way. That turned into 5s. And because that's my 2, and then I got my bonus. I'll keep it there, and I'll just I'll get ready for the next round as I gesture to Vincent to come and join us.
So he's stunned until your next end of your next turn?
I think.
Wow.
Savage. Eric, you're up.
No way. So
Yeah.
he is now. So this guy is now stunned.
All attacks are at advantage.
I'm just gonna unload Warhammer up high, War Pick down low. That's a crit.
Hit.
On the first hit.
Players crushing in with the crits.
For 13. Second attack with my War Pick. 9/9 does not hit.
No.
Action Surge. I'm gonna go again. Come in again with my Warhammer. 19.
19 will hit.
For 7 more. Boom. High, low, high. And I'll wait there.
Valthire's armor has been kind of shredded from his back, and this petrified leather just hangs loosely as he's being pummeled and beaten by Silverado and then also by Eric. And Vincent, you're up. Thragnown takes another swing, but this is not his day as he misses the fiend.
Okay, so after me taking the last couple of turns to start making my way up there, how close am I to Valthire now? Am I within 30 feet of him?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to go right up to him still in my necrotic shroud, and as I'm walking up towards him, I'm going to pull out my sword that I received, and say, Valthire, why do you keep chasing me? Are you so upset that you were outdone? I'm going to walk up and just stab him. Let me, wrong window. Sorry. There you go. And that will be a 20.
20 will hit.
So that is, whoops, wrong thing. Sorry. It's 13 points of damage plus, because I'm in my necrotic shroud, plus 4 points of necrotic damage.
As the blade comes down on Valthire, he erupts in flames and perishes.
No. No.
And Vincent, you have slain Valthire with the katana.
Indeed, I have.
The rain continues. Legions of demons continue crawling about the mountainscape. Mrs. Hawkins battles the storm above her, her hands outstretched, lightning cackling, and thunder erupts. And still there's a deep demonic laughter. And you can sense that Mrs. Hawkins is doing battle against whatever entity this is. And at this point, we're going to take a brief intermission, and we'll be coming back after we freshen up our drinks, and we'll see what happens in the Chaos Stone here. I'm not sure yet. I don't think the players are sure, and I'm looking forward to finding out, though.
Yeah, I punched out a ghost, so I'm good.
Punched out a ghost. Hey, I punched out a stone.
That's true. I don't understand any of this, but it's important.
You need to do a little bit of research, Bodhi. But if you do play, you need to play with a guide. Like, you don't. There's no shame in playing Final Fantasy.
I'll call Jason up and ask him.
Yeah, you can call me, man. I had the Nintendo Power Guide that came
for sure
with the subscription.
There's
a special. There's a special Final Fantasy one. Yeah,
I still have that one.
Because again, that one. You didn't know if certain characters could use a certain equipment, and if you bought it, and then you'd buy it, and they can't even use it. It's garbage.
A lot of times you don't even know what your quest is.
I mean, and nobody in there.
I got the internet, boy. I'm good.
My son's trying to play Ocarina of Time.
Well, I can sell it back to the shop. I can sell it back to the shop for a nickel, but
that's it too. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Yes, back to the game. Thanks everybody for hanging with us tonight. This is the Heroes era, and the heroes are in a chaos stone right now. So far, the three of you have encountered, various hallucinations, spells. You've confronted Valthire. There's been a shadow demon that seems to be the essence of some other power made manifest in this pocket dimension or this realm here. And you all are on the side of this storming mountain. It is raining blood. And the cleric, Mrs. Hawkins, is at the top of the mountain, still engaged in a ritual with her arms outstretched towards the storm. And again, lightning energy surges between her and the storm. And overhead, you hear the evil, deep laughter in place of thunder. And then we will go back to you all.
And Valthire's body is still there at our feet, essentially?
Valthire erupted in flame and ash and is now merely ash in a pool of blood.
I take a bottle out.
Did his snazzy staff burn up as well?
The staff is there.
I take some blood. And then I take some of his ashes and I put some of the ashes in the blood. And then I top it off and I put it away for later.
Okay, that's a really interesting choice.
I spit in the blood stain on the ground.
Wow.
And Vincent, from within your head, you hear, "Well, you've got me curious. That's something."
He was weak. He had to go.
And
well, now what, guys?
Might notice Vincent kind of speaking to himself here and there, saying strange things about those who have fallen.
I assume he's talking to Rollo.
I will pick up the staff.
Speaking of which, can I try to summon Rollo? I don't know if I'm assuming we're in some sort of pocket dimension or something, so I don't even know if he might be gone. I might have to recast it. But is he still? Can I summon him?
The usual snap or calling that will usually bid him to come does not work. Does not take effect here. You can assume that you're in some kind of pocket dimension or different realm of sorts.
Okay, I'm gonna start taking out my brazier and setting up. Hey guys, do we have can we have 10 minutes? Is that cool?
Ask her.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up that staff and just kind of try and put it with my gear and walk up to where Miss Hawkins is and try and talk to her.
Okay.
I'm gonna start working on my ritual to recast Find Familiar.
Okay.
And let's see here. This is going to use up the last of my my materials, so I'll have to get some more before I can do this again. And I think this time I'm actually going to. Sorry, bear with me a sec.
No worries. We're looking to summon.
You guys can. Yeah, I'm going to summon Rollo, but I'm not sure if I'm going to bring him back as an imp again. Or something else. I'm gonna just look at something real quick. You carry on.
Okay, I will warn you that your magic might work in strange ways. So,
what else is new? Okay.
So, Eric, you said you were going to approach Mrs. Hawkins?
Before I do head off. Yeah, but I was just gonna check. Did any chance that Vincent has that hammer with him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean this hammer? And I'll pull it out of the bag.
Sweet. I'll trade you for this, and I'll hold up the staff that Valthire was carrying.
Sounds good to me. I'll swap out with him.
As a witness to this trade, completely legal.
Great. Nice, man.
All right. Well, now let's maybe save the world.
Yeah,
or something.
I'm gonna go and talk to. I want to go talk to or see if I can help Miss Hawkins or what the heck's going on. Yeah, try and figure out how to get us all out of this thing. But also I guess we want to cleanse it, right?
When you approach Mrs. Hawkins, she is engaged in this ritual, and there are the demons lower on the hill moaning and ambling about without direction. They don't seem to be making any move towards you all. And so, as you attempt to speak with Mrs. Hawkins, the storm seems to abate for a moment, and Mrs. Hawkins collapses to her knees, exhausted. Eric. She's breathing deeply. She says, "You have done well in dispatching the fiend." And she says, "Please help me to my feet."
Yeah, and I'll go and help her up. I'll give her a hand to get her to her feet. I get the feeling that this is not over. I feel like we're just getting started here.
She says, "Yes, there is much work to do. There is some evil force within this, locked in here with us." She says, "It is a powerful entity causing this storm, and it is turning the entire mountain against me." She says, she surveys the mountain below, looking at the dozens and dozens of low-level demon that are spawning from these pools of blood. And her gaze rests on Vincent, and she becomes silent, staring intently. You hear her mutter a few words of magic beneath her breath after several moments of silence. And she asks you, Jason, or excuse me, Eric.
Good.
I thought you had slain the fiend.
We slayed that fiend.
She says, "Why is this fiend with you?" And she gestures and looks pointedly at Vincent, who is conducting his ritual to summon his familiar.
I'm going to summon him as a pseudo dragon this time, by the way.
Okay.
I'm just kind of off in the sidelines, looking between the two.
And I'm not paying any attention to her. I'm just focused on my ritual.
Yes, he's not actually. As far as I know, he's no fiend. This is merely a magic trick that he has. I've been working with these guys trying to figure out how to cleanse this stone. I actually struck it with this hammer, which was actually forged to help deal with these chaos stones. Unfortunately, it didn't work out exactly as I had expected it might.
Yeah, we all got.
Why you were in here?
Yeah.
Absolutely, definitely, yeah.
Do I hear this conversation happening?
Not that I wasn't trying to get it to help.
Vincent, I think you can overhear this conversation.
Okay.
She says,
as I'm wrapping up. Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
She just comments that she was not expecting to be opposed. She thought that the trip would be safe and that she would be delivered to Dunlop. She says, "We must find out what has cursed us."
Okay. As I finish my ritual and my new little pseudo dragon friend pops up, I'll kind of let him climb up and rest on my shoulder. And I'm gonna stand up and walk over to Miss Hawkins. And I'm gonna look right at her. I'm gonna say, "Fiend? Miss Hawkins, do you not remember me? Do you not remember me being there to help you save your farm?
You did help.
Do you not remember me being there? Are you not aware that I am that same person? Do you not realize that I am in here because I came in after Eric and Silverado here? I did not come in with them. I did not come in with them. I came in here for them. And also, let me just refresh your memory because you seem to have forgotten what happened 10 seconds ago. I just ran this sword through the very creature that was trying to kill you. You're welcome. And I'll turn around and walk away.
She says to you, Silverado, that does not seem like Vincent.
What, that he was talking like that, or that he killed a guy with a sword?
No, it seems like Vincent, but he said that that is the same Vincent. I do not think so.
Yeah, aren't we? No, we're not. We're actually ourselves, not weird copies.
She says, yes, She says, the magic used for me to be here is very complicated, but I am essentially a clone of Mrs. Hawkins, imparted into this realm to sustain it.
I understand that. So you think Vincent's not himself in either a mental stance or literal sense?
I think that I can smell the evil on him.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost one.
Yep.
We lost Eric.
He couldn't take the demonic presence.
Oh no. Now what will we do?
It's having effects on the real world. We gotta stop playing.
I'm sure he'll be back in.
Jumanji of D&D.
Oh, that would just be like horrible. Anyway, I kind of go off to where I'll see if I can't find anything else out, and I'll go off to where Vincent's at, and I assume you're a good enough ways away that they can't hear us or anything like that because you're.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't leave the group, but I walked off onto my own.
And I walk up to you. I'm like, well, things are getting complicated. She thinks you're evil, and
what do you think?
Oh, you're not evil, dude. Are you kidding me? Come on. Oh, what? You're under the hire of some criminal mastermind, and all of a sudden you're a bad dude? That only depends on what you're doing. It's actions, not titles or positions or any of that stuff. It's what you do that matters. And so far, all I've seen you do is help out, obliterate some goblins, deceive some goblins, hurt some minotaurs, get kidnapped a couple of times. You know, it's more on the unfortunate side, and help us out. So I think you're a great guy. All right.
It's frustrating, man. It's upsetting.
I know.
I've spent a good chunk of my life having people tell me or make assumptions like this about me.
And just to bring you up to speed, Eric, Mrs. Hawkins has declared that she can smell the evil on Vincent. As Silverado has asked, what is different about Vincent, that is how she has explained it.
And I went off to talk to him privately under the pretense of finding out information. And so Vincent, I mean,
I've spent my whole life just looking out for me and just surviving, because this is how I usually end up getting treated. But then, when I met up with you guys, was the first time I really decided to take these abilities of mine and utilize them toward a little bit bigger than me. And I did that to save her. So it really bothers me that she's
first time that you
I don't like it. I just don't like it.
You put yourself out there out your comfort zone and you get burned for it, even though you're doing a good thing.
Also this is Rollo now. So
yeah, I could have inferred that.
Little red pseudo dragon just perched up there.
Well, I'll tell you this, Vincent. I've been around for a while, and while I may not be experienced in everything like how I would want to be, I have seen some of the world and what the people that live in that world are like, good and bad, both sides of the story in whatever form they take. And I'm not religious. I pray to Dunsmuir, but that's more friendship than anything, and friendship doesn't care about evil or being good. It just cares that you have a bond between someone else. So it doesn't really matter to me what's your background, where you're from, a little bit of what you've done, but that's just like if it's majorly bad. I'm on your side here. And if we have to, like, if we're going to be partners together and we're going to be fighting people and there's going to be a ton of stuff happening, I don't want the doubt in the back of my mind that, maybe he's going to betray me or shoot me in the back. So I don't have that doubt. I place my faith out there in you and Dunsmuir. I see you up there.
Totally fair.
That if I'm your friend, maybe you don't hurt me or mess with me in ways that you would others. I'm okay working with evil or whatever you people clarify as evil to do good.
Well,
Evil? What damn evil are we talking about here? Thragnan says.
The drink! The evil drink! It's got control of my mind.
Thragnan is here, and...
You want some fiend ashes combined with blood? I heard it's a good drink.
Silverado, you're such a strange character. Vincent, I know that you're not evil. This is crazy. What is Mrs. Hawkins talking about? Perhaps she is the demon here.
Look, it's a perception, and it's subjective to everybody.
I'm going to tell you something, Thragnan. That's not a thought that we should dismiss so quickly. You got a point.
No, it is not.
I mean, it's been nothing but trickery since we've been here.
And when she ceased the ritual, did not the storm lessen?
Exactly. We just saved her life. I mean,
we are here slaying demons, and then she accuses our brother.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't trust anyone. I don't trust anyone who puts that much stock in the concept of good and evil. Because I'll tell you something. I mean, I haven't lived as long as yourself, Thragnan, or even you, Silverado. You guys have that wonderful dwarven and elvish blood that keeps you so young and pretty. But I've seen more in my lifetime than some elderly dwarves have. And there's one thing I've learned is that good and evil, they don't exist. They don't. There's things happen, and it benefits some and it harms others.
Well, that is a strange perspective that I cannot agree with, but from my perspective, I have not seen you conduct any acts of evil. I have seen you being only a brave hero.
Listen, I'm not trying to be evil, and I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm just trying to make sure me and my friends get to the next
destination,
get to the next camp.
Which we're having trouble doing. Yeah. No, I see where you're coming from with your philosophy and your viewpoint. I get it. I do. And whatever.
I'm not trying to get into a theological discussion about it.
Yeah, well, I'm willing to. I can get drunk.
This might not be the place.
Is it still raining blood?
Something to do here.
Well, I don't know how we're going to...
Sorry, I just want to check in here with Eric. Jason, are you able to hear us at all? Still having connection issues? Darn it.
And, are you back? Hello?
Bits and pieces.
Okay.
Bits and pieces. Sorry, it's like...
No, it's all good. Yeah, because you're pretty crucial for what's happening right now, so...
We're having a philosophical discussion on what is evil and what is good.
Well, right now, there's definitely... There's definitely an imbalance in this world. But I don't think it's the kind of evil that... I don't know. I mean, if we have too much of one or the other,
Yeah.
I don't think Vincent is the kind of evil that I'm worried about right now.
So, Vincent Thragnown, how do we convince her that Vincent's the good type of evil? Any ideas?
Is Miss Hawkins concerned with the way Vincent is right now?
Mrs. Hawkins has stated that she can smell the evil on Vincent. And Thragnown has suggested that perhaps Mrs. Hawkins is in fact a demon.
Well,
I did catch that part. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to go up.
Said that when he mentioned that when she came out of her trance, so too did the storm relent slightly.
I'm going to go up to Miss Hopkins. And I'm gonna add, like, Miss Hopkins, if I may. Should we have this conversation right now, or should we get someplace safe? I don't know if there's a safe place in this crazy orb or anything like that.
Silverado, she grasps you by. What are you wearing? You have robes on that you stole from anybody recently?
No, I'm currently. I still have the church shirt on. I haven't put on my. I don't have any robes.
Church
She
shirt.
grabs you by the plain shirt that you're wearing from the Temple of Therazessa. She grips you by the collar with strange, unworldly strength, and she grabs your hair and slowly pulls it back so that you look to the sky. And she says, "Do you think that anywhere is safe?" And she says, "We are being attacked by some demonic force." She says, "If it is not the fiend that is with you, then show me the fiend that is aligned with this entity." She says, "I sense that it is Vincent." She says,
Miss Hawkins, I can assure you, it is not him, because he came in after we came in.
She says, "Explain to me then, why does he wear the mark of the branded one?"
Well, I don't know what that mark is.
I don't know what that means either.
Can
I make a religion roll or Arcana
yes,
to
please
figure
do,
out
please do religion.
what she might be talking about? See if I know anything about what she's talking about.
And
I try to keep.
She does gesture towards Vincent's forehead, where he has a strange wound, but a religion check will tell you more.
I rolled a crit,
Arcana.
not 20.
Arcana is
22.
good, actually.
Well, it's the same skill, skill level.
Right on, yeah, and I think it would fall more in line with Arcana.
Cool.
The demon lord Malkazid is known as the Branded One. He is a fallen angel, I believe, of Coralin Litharian, and now seeks, power to his own ends. Your last learnings or readings regarding this demon lord, this powerful entity of, godly powers, is that upon your last study, you read that they have been wandering the halls of Pandemonium and assembling some kind of presence there from which to, plot his next moves. But he's been essentially powerless for ages.
Miss Hopkins.
I'm sorry, forgive me. And then on his forehead, the forehead of Malkazid is a brand, like a scar, to my understanding, that never closes.
Malkazid has been powerless.
And Vincent seems to have this wound upon his head.
Miss Hopkins, I may have some information that is pertinent to this. Eric, my good friend here, would not have recognized the fiend that we just took down. I recognize it. That fiend was with Orgood in the caverns, and he was working with him. And Orgood was a follower of Rispatung, if I'm saying that right.
Yes.
And so maybe he had the fiend bless or curse this orb for him for whatever purpose. It could be that.
She says, Silverado, that is a commendable deduction, but the Fiend would not have this tremendous power. I would be on such a different wavelength than the Fiend that it would not be able to cause me this agony. She explains, did you see how I was able to break my trance and blast it down the mountainside? She says, I would do that many times in my own minute, but to him it may take an hour. She says, still, formidable though he was, he is not on my level.
I see the whole time dilation weird thing that's going on. Okay.
She says, I know there is something else at work. She says, if Vincent is not directly connected, then why do I sense such a strong bond between the magic that surrounds him and the entity that has cursed this stone?
I'll tell you what.
I can't speak for the entity. I can't speak necessarily for the entity in here. I'm with you, and I would like to seek it out and destroy whatever it is. But I don't think that it is. I trust Vincent. That's all I can say. I trust him. He's been with us, and he's been holding on to the stone, and they didn't have to tell me about it, but they did. And they allowed me to try and destroy it.
Well, it will not be up to
you. If he was evil, if he was truly evil and he wanted to keep the stone, he would not have told me about it, and he definitely wouldn't have let me try and destroy it. Although, even though he may have thought that what I was trying to do wouldn't have destroyed it, I don't think he would have taken that chance.
Well, I am afraid you will learn a hard truth, but though I have abated the storm, it is only momentary. And now I feel the power that is causing this blood rain begin to grow and coalesce. Please, lend me your strength, and I will enter my trance again to fight off this curse. She says, please, find the fiend that is within. She says, I sense an entity, an agent of this evil curse that has befallen the orb. That agent is still in here. And with that, she begins to go into a ritual again.
So we need, in order for the curse to be vacated, we need to vacate the agent, so to speak.
Just to rule out what Thragnan was saying, can I make any sort of, I'm not sure if I get to another arcana, or it might be insight, or it might be religion, to get a sense that Mrs. Hawken is actually on our side and not necessarily something in disguise?
Yes.
Yeah.
Eric, you can make a religion or arcana check. I would say, yeah, it's kind of tricky. Maybe a religion check.
I've met Miss Hopkins before, and I've talked to her a couple of times. Can I make an insight check?
Yes, you can.
On her to see if this is like some weird deception that we're in someone else's thing.
Good idea.
Oh, it's a 10.
My second roll was a 4. The roll was a 4 for my religion check, so I'm
10 here.
Probably believing in that, trusting in that she is who we think she is, or just not quite sure.
It seems like Mrs. Hawkins, a powerful cleric of Therazessa, and this entire like the skies around you seem to be cursed of sorts. There is a powerful entity struggling against Mrs. Hawkins for sure.
I go over to Vincent,
and that demon, that fiend we were fighting was trying to fight her, right? Was trying to attack her.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we got to find this other entity in here, guys. We got to take it out.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to be able to hold back whatever it is she's holding back for very long. But she's giving us the time you know.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's fighting Darth Vader. It's time for us to get to the Millennium Falcon really quickly.
I go over to Vincent and I try to talk to him in private if that's possible.
Yeah, I'll step aside with you.
So, were you able to hear that conversation, or did you hear any of that?
No, I'm assuming that based on the way they were talking, they seem to be speaking pretty freely of me. So I'm assuming I was not within earshot of that. So no, I was over here. I walked away.
The rundown.
What's up?
Miss Hopkins is not budging that you're bad and seems to think that you're the agent of this bad guy and that the curse cannot be removed on this orb until the agent is removed. So you can see where this is leading.
Okay, but she thinks that I have to be removed from this.
That's what I'm getting from her. Yeah.
In order to remove the curse that was here before I got here. In order to remove the curse that they found at the temple while I was standing right next to you, and what's his name, Eric's buddy, told us that some other entity had. Oh no, it wasn't. No, it was Eric himself. That's right. That he looked at it and told us that
Joffrey.
Yeah, but it wasn't Joffrey though, because we didn't actually tell him about the stone. I forgot.
Oh yeah,
it was
right.
when you examined it.
Oh, the priest of the cleric of Brahms.
Wait, Vincent, this is very important.
Picard.
So yeah,
when you got this orb,
yeah,
do you think that it possibly may have been you being a conduit to curse it? Just be honest with me.
I don't, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. I have never, ever, at all,
looked at it or touched it.
Physically touched this thing or looked at it, except for I looked at it when I came in, obviously.
Yeah.
But I didn't even, I opened the satchel and I looked down into it. I have not touched it. So usually for something of that type of magnitude, you have to physically touch the item to transfer that.
Silverado, you sense
energy.
that Vincent is to some degree parsing his words or choosing which truths to tell you.
Well, it seems to me
I got all these deception proficiencies and you ain't even gonna let me roll.
it seems to me that with what you're saying to me, that is possible that there is another entity in here that is the conduit for this curse and that you are not it. Because I believe you in you saying that you didn't curse it and that you never looked at it and you never touched it or anything like that. Because if you looked at it, you would have been in here for sure.
Let's be realistic. You know, what she was just saying about how excuse me, Valfire couldn't have been the one to do it because he wasn't powerful enough and he would have been not even on her level. You know, like I'm not on her level. Like I'm just being realistic here. I don't think that I would be an entity that would have the kind of power to put that kind of fight against her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Realistically.
So, we're having a little bit of connection difficulties, but I really like what has happened. So I think that, because Eric would have such a high stake in what's happening, we'll probably need to resume next week when we can get a better connection going.
Yeah, no, of course.
So I think with that, there are some interesting developments and excuse me. Like I said, the players, the dungeon master, and the dice, well, they're all deciding how this game is unfolding right now. So
look, man, I'm not going the full on, oh, he's bad, I gotta kill him. I'm trying to find a thing that works for everybody.
Hey, I'm happy to see how this unfolds, and I don't know though. As soon as somebody turns evil, they're no longer a hero, so we have to see what happens.
Yeah.
They become an anti-hero.
Don't worry, I've got a couple backup character ideas just in case. Just in case I make a choice at some point.
I'm trying to make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, we will find out what happens next week, and then yeah.
Oh my goodness!
So everybody have a good week. GG.
This is legitimately the best game of Dungeons and Dragons I've ever played. I just want you to know that this is a
right on.